What up, guys? Mike G with MDG Collections on hand. Today, March 5th, 2018. Ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to do another Tazer video. And it's going to be on the new Tazer update. It's not really new. It was released on February 5th, 2018. I didn't want to jump on doing a video on this because the last update that they did, there were some glitches. I jumped on it right away, and there were some glitches with that update, with that firmware update. So, and then they took it down, and then they had to re-put it on their site. So I wanted to make sure with this update, it was definitely going to be the final draft copy. There was not going to be any issues before I gave you guys this video on this new update, which is 2.4.2. So it has now replaced 2.4.1. And the new features, there's three main new features on 2.4.2, and the main feature is added cargo camera, and it adds it to the Uconnect. For the first time, they've done something where it has now been added to the Uconnect system. The second feature is going to be added boost gauge. So in other words, your gauges where you have your intake gauge and your oil life gauges and your horsepower gauge. Now there's an added gauge, which is a boost gauge. So I'll explain to you guys what a boost gauge is if you don't know what one is. So the third update is bug fixes and stability improvements for the actual firmware 2.4.2. So let me go ahead and show you guys right now. I have my car engine running right now, so I'm going to show you the boost gauge and the new firmware and all of that stuff first before I go into turning my engine off and bringing you into the new feature with your cargo camera that you can use. The cargo camera feature is pretty cool because what you can do is you can be in drive and you can go onto your Uconnect and then swipe over to the screen, hit your cargo camera, and you can view your rear camera while you're in drive up until you hit 10 miles per hour. Once you hit 10 miles per hour, the camera will disconnect and it will go back to your Uconnect screen display control features like you see when you're just driving like this or whatever you have it on. But I'll show you guys how to set that up, and I'll show you how it works. So if you guys ever seen those gauges, that's right here, a boost gauge. What it is it indicates manifold air pressure or turbocharged or supercharged boost pressure in an internal combustion engine. All right, guys, just wanted to give you guys a note that they tell you in the instructions on the Tazer website. If enabled, so if you enable your boost gauge, if enabled, it will add the boost gauge to 2015 to 2018 Chargers and Challengers dash and the Uconnect. So it'll be here in your gauges that you guys have seen before. It'll be an added gauge that you guys will have, and it will be here if you want to access it from the center cluster. The note that they give you while enabled, all right, so while the boost gauge is enabled, the air intake temperature gauge will not read correctly. This boost gauge will report boost and vacuum on a supercharged car, and it will only report vacuum on a non-supercharged car. So like on a 392, like what I have, it will only report your vacuum reportings. All right, when you have a supercharged car like a Hellcat, or if you add a supercharger to this car, maybe it'll pick up the reading. I'm not sure. If you add a supercharger to a 392, all right, the boost gauge will report your boost and your vacuum on a supercharged car, but only your vacuum on a non-supercharged car. So that's just something to keep in mind. All right, guys, my engine has been turned off, and I'm going to show you how you set up the new cargo camera on this new update and how it works. We'll do a little demonstration. I'll drive and I'll show you how it works. So let's just start. We're gonna just start the car, but we're not gonna start the engine. So just 1 and then 2. All right, you're going to hit your left arrow, hold it down, and you're going to press the cancel button at the same time. All right, the first one you always see is light show with a question mark. Clear cells, unmarry. Sport 5-speed, Ford 8-speed. SRT set. You guys can look at all of my settings. If you have a 2017 Daytona, make sure all of your settings are exactly like mine to not have any issues. 2017 or a 2018 Daytona. Keep going. I'm just hitting this cancel button as I'm toggling over. These settings were added in the last 2.4.1. All right, and here you go, cargo cam. I set mine to yes. It starts off, set as no for default. You have to enable it. So when you first go to this screen, you'll get cargo cam, and it will say no. You will now hit this button right here, which is your cruise control button, and it will turn into yes. You'll get a change of a screen. It'll come back, it will say yes. Now when it says yes, after you hit yes, so it can look just like mine, you're gonna go all the way over to passing all the way up the new firmware, which is going to be 2.4.2, and then when you get to the next option, it will say full reboot with a question mark, and you will then you will hit the cruise control button, and it will fully reboot your system, your dash and Uconnect and this system twice, and it takes 2 to 2.5 minutes. It's going to reboot your system. It's going to fully reboot. After it fully reboots, all right, it's going to basically stop, and then once it stops, that's when you open your door, close the door, so the dash pretty much shuts off like this. Give it some time to shut off. I usually give it 30 seconds, and after 30 seconds, you then now can start your car. All right, but I'm going to go ahead and start mine now because mine is already done. So let's go ahead and start the car so I can show you this option. So now when you restart your car's engine, you should be able to see now that you did it correctly by the icon being on your actual Uconnect control screen. So you're gonna go to your apps, your Uconnect apps. All right, on Uconnect apps, it may not be on your first page. It'll probably be on the second page. So hit the side arrow, and then there it is right there, cargo camera. Now with cargo camera, you can now, while the car is in drive, all right, or if it's in park, all right, without it being in reverse necessarily, or I'm assuming if you're in neutral also, you can now activate your rear camera while the car is in drive. All right, so while the car is in drive, or if it's in park, you can I'm gonna show you guys first how it looks in park. So in park, as you can see, the car is in park. All right, there's the P right there. All right, and as you can see, the P is right here. I am not in reverse, people. I am in park. You get this new icon called cargo camera. You hit it, and it will show you it will activate your rear camera while you are in park. All right, and you can keep it there as long as you want. You can use this for if you want to see somebody hiding behind your car. I don't know, or maybe if some kid, like a smaller kid, is behind your car, you don't, before you even back up, before you even hit reverse, you can check to see your surroundings, all right, that's behind you while the car is still in park. All right, I think this is pretty cool. All right, and then now this button here, it's a truck. I don't know, I mean, clearly I don't have a truck, but I don't know why the hell. This is just what they have. You press this button to make it go away, and it's just clean at the top. If you wanted to get out of it, you hit this X right here to get out of it. All right, but this shows you your rear surroundings while you are still in park. If you wanted to get out of that, you just hit the X, and then you're out of it. All right, you're back on your Uconnect control screen. So now I'm going to show you guys how it works when you're in motion. It will stay on if you're in traffic, bumper to bumper traffic, you're on the highway. If you want to see a person's plate, all right, if they're behind you want to see their plate, you can use this. If you are, I don't think you will be towing anything with a Charger or a Challenger, but who knows? Maybe you'll have some kind of, like, maybe you could put some small little trailer on the back and have bikes on it. I don't know what you guys will be doing, but you could always check on your cargo with this option if you're going at a slow rate of speed. Once you go over 10 miles per hour, it deactivates that option, and it will go back to this screen for safety purposes. So if you go back to the actual second screen, and of course I'm going to end up putting this, because I like this option, I'm going to end up, because you can press and hold icons to drag to menu bar below. Bluetooth phone option, I don't use it. I'm going to end up dragging it off, and I'll probably bring the cargo camera down here, and then I'll use it in its place of phone. All right, but I'm going to show you guys right now how it works in drive. So with the car in park, all right, I'm going to put it in drive. You could have the camera going right now, and then just put it right into drive, and it'll stay in the camera setting. The camera will stay on until you go over 10 miles per hour. But I'll just show you how you can, let's just say if you're already in drive. So we're gonna put the car in drive. All right, so miles per hour, we're in drive. Now you can hit the cargo cam. Cargo cam is on. So 3 miles per hour is still on. 4 miles per hour is still on. So you can literally be driving and be watching somebody behind you until you hit a certain miles per hour. All right, so right now I'm going 6 miles per hour. 7, 8. It's still on. All right, now watch what happens when I get to 10 miles per hour. It shuts off. So once you hit 10 miles per hour, it shuts off, and it will not turn back on until you lower your speed below 10 miles per hour. Now, if you are over 10 miles per hour, which I'll show you right now, and you touch and you try to activate it, you're just gonna get a blue screen, and it'll stay on a blue screen until you drop down to below 10 miles per hour, and then it will automatically activate. There you go. It just dropped back down below 10 miles per hour, and the camera is now on. So pretty cool feature, guys. That's pretty much gonna do it for this video. That's the new features on 2.4.2 with the Tazer. So you got your added cargo camera capabilities. You can activate your camera while you are in drive up until 10 miles per hour, and it gets a little glitchy sometimes. It will sometimes work when you're past 10 miles per hour. For the most part, that's what it will shut off on. Get your boost gauges, which is the second feature, new feature, and third is just bug fixes and improvements to stability. That's gonna be it, guys. Thanks to everyone who subscribed, thanks to everyone who supports me, and I'll be seeing you guys tomorrow for another video. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna be a wrap.